Welcome everybody to Time for Ink's first ever interview with a tattoo artist. We have Teej Poole here. Please introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm TJ Poole, based out of Melbourne, North Carolina. I don't know what else.
So, how long you been tattooing for?
I've been tattooing for 10 years. Actually started March 10th.
Oh, shit.
It was like March 10th of 2010, or something like that.
Okay.
That was like the official kind of date. So I've been doing it right at 10 years now. It's been rocky, man. It's been crazy, but it's been successful.
How'd you get into it?
So I actually started being like, I was an artist in college, and I used to go get tattooed at a local shop around here, and the dude that I was going to, he actually asked me like, what did I do? And I told him I went to college for art. He was like, hey, you got any artwork to show me? I was like, yeah. So I showed him. And he was like, hey, would you like to be an apprentice? I was like, nah, not really, because my view on artists was like more taken towards like just druggies. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like just druggies. So I was like, nah, and I kind of gave him the reason why, the same reason, and then he ended up tattooing me like a couple more times after that. And one of my homeboys I told about it, he was like, nah, you need to kind of do that. So I went to do that, and I went back to him and I asked him, could I be an apprentice? He was like, yeah, you can just wait, because I got somebody else that kind of jumped in line in front of you. Well, it's actually my homeboy that I work with now. He was like, all right, well, if you I'm gonna go ahead and run the studio, and I think you should teach TJ how to tattoo. So we kind of jumped that way, and that's why it was like March 10th was like my official day of like actually doing a tattoo. You know what I mean? Like doing my own thing, like kind of figuring out from that point. And then from that point, he was my apprentice. I mean, he was my mentor all the way until about July, and he just quit. And I've been doing that shit myself ever since.
Okay. And did you start with black and gray, or you started with something else? Because that,
Bro,
normally have you start with traditional, right, when you do the apprenticeships, or that's old school style?
Well, the dude that I started with, he did realism.
Okay.
And I can honestly tell you, I don't think I ever seen him do traditional, like ever. I don't even know if he can do traditional.
All right.
But my focal point was definitely realism, because that's my background. So I was like, all right, I try to focus on that as much as possible. But once I ended up leaving that studio, I ended up going to South Carolina. And from South Carolina, I kind of like focused on like my line work and stuff like that. Because when I first started tattooing, my first few months, I was doing lettering with like a 7 mag, and I was just making like calligraphy. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really focus on line work. And but to answer the question, like when I first started, I was doing more realism, but I also was doing color. I think my first shit was like colors. Like, yeah, it was like I was really trying to get into that. Say what?
You don't really do much color now, do you?
Man, I can't even give away color.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like it's a lot of color things I want to do actually, but people don't want it. So it's like it's no need to even like post it or anything like that, because people don't even want that. Not even close. They're more focused on my black and gray stuff, and I mean, I would like to branch out and do some kind of something else sometimes, but just to break up the monotony of doing, black and gray every single day. But nobody want color.
Yeah, I got one of my arms done in color. I thought about doing half the body in color, half the body in black and gray, and then I realized, man, I like the black and gray a whole lot better. I'm just leave one fucking arm in color and do the rest in black and gray.
Yeah, like to be real, I mean, color's like really beautiful and it's really dynamic to look at. You know what I'm saying? Like the color is so appealing to the eye. but black and gray is a timeless look. No matter what, you can be 19 years old or you can be 70 years old. Your black and gray is the black and gray is, if it's done properly, you know, it meets the criteria of like a classic tattoo, no matter the age, you know.
Yeah.
I got these crazy ass kids in my front of my yard.
So how's the quarantine going? The lockdown. When are y'all able to work again?
They're saying May 22nd. I think that's the time, May 22nd. But man, to be real, I think they're gonna probably push it back. I think this whole situation right now, like we don't even have a lot of people that we're nowhere like New York or LA or Washington or anything like that. So for them to keep us kind of on lockdown the way they are, it's really like it really makes no sense because they're opening everything else up. So I don't really. They say May 22nd, but I guarantee it'll be like June 1st or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my people from Virginia and shit. Back in April, they had already locked it down until like June, I guess June 7th or something like that is what they.
Yeah, it's insane. This whole thing right now is insane. I feel like they're not taking us as serious as, you know, a business, you know. Like what we do, like we deal with one person a day, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes two people a day. We can definitely do one person a day and people can still make a living. But the way they got it is like, man, you open these shoe stores and all this other stuff, people gonna be in there and you got 5 or 6 people in 1 hour away, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, any tattoo studio that runs properly should understand how to like contain this. You know, like there's proper ways of containing it. Like any safety measure that should be that's taken right now should have already been taken to begin with.
Yeah.
That's just yeah. What crazy?
So what have you been doing on while all this is going on? How you been spending the time?
Man, I've been playing with my kids. I try to start painting and stuff like that, but man, I'm kind of over that in my life right now. Like I've been focused so much on tattooing and my design and my craft and my, you know, the way that I tattoo, that painting is not as gratifying, you know, as tattooing. Like sitting around and having a painting and then trying to sell that painting for, you know, for what it's worth is damn near, you know, it's impossible. And a lot of artists, they rather just hang their own work up or sacrifice cost, you know. Like, and I'm not really with it. I'd rather just spend all this time with my kids, my wife, try to figure out like all the shit that I have missed, you know, while I've been tattooing. I tattoo long days, so I mean I missed a big part of my kids growing up because I'm working all the time. So yeah, just chilling, man. Going on hikes. We've been doing crazy bike rides, shit like that.
And how's your life changed since Ink Master? Did it change anything? No, it was the same before and after?
Yeah, man, shit now, like I've had more people come to me, you know, in different countries and stuff, you know. They've come to me and they've been like, hey, I seen you on TV. I'm like, yeah. You know, and a lot of times I'm walking through like a place and somebody will say, hey, you should have won. I'm like, what? They're like, you was on TV? I was like, no, that's this other dude. And I just keep it moving, you know? But no, I mean, it never changed. Nothing changed. My Instagram didn't really change like that. My prices never changed like that. To be real, what girl? This is my life. Go play right there. So, but yeah, I mean, pretty much like the way my day to day is, yo, it hasn't changed. Like, nothing with business has changed. I be honest, I don't even know the perks of going on the show, to be real. But I think maybe like 4 years ago, I would say going on that show was like a big deal. You know, you go on it, you get your clout, you're able to run off with that, get you some merch popping, sell your print, stuff like that. I'm not that dude. Like I ain't never been that dude. I'm not interested in selling shirts. I'm not interested in selling hats. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested I'm interested in putting like really cool ass tattoos on people and focusing on that. You know, and I think Instagram is way bigger than Ink Master. So like if it was the other way around, it would make more sense. But you get more business off of Instagram than you will Ink Master. That's why Ink Master gets their contestants off of Instagram. So I don't know. I didn't really see the perks of it, to be real.
Yeah, and speaking of cool ass tattoos, how you come up with the idea for this one of these last ones you just did, that too much money, not enough change one? That shit's dope as fuck.
So get this. I did that like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, and I just reposted it because I mean at this time it just makes too much sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I came up with the concept. I didn't have like a person to put it on, anything like that, but I was just sitting at the house. Came up with the concept based off of people focus too much on the monetary value of things and not the sense and the things that you should spend time on. You know, like there's people out there who are starving. There's people out there who don't have, but people are way too busy on spending a coin. You know, way too busy, pretty much neglecting like social life for personal gain. And I feel like if people focused on making other people, like the whole as you rise, you should pull people up as you rise. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be on the up and up. When like in the Black community, me personally, I learned this in college. It's a crazy situation that makes too much sense, and that is we as a community, we have a hard time pulling other people up. You know, we get to a platform, and instead of like pulling our own up, we kind of like glorify, and it's like a ha, you know what I mean? Like, well, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your weight up, you know what I'm saying? Not your hate up kind of situation. And we need to focus more on like trying to uplift everybody, but money gets in the way of all that stuff, you know? Like if money wasn't as important, you know, you'd be able to focus on the real things in life, you know? That's kind of like how I like visualized it. And the crazy thing is, I have like 4 other concepts that's based off of that. I just haven't done them. I haven't even like showed them.
Oh, you got more like that?
Yeah, I got more like that.
Yeah, someone need to come through and get it tattooed. Shit, you got a raffle going on right now, don't you?
Yeah. So the raffle, man, it was supposed to be for a month. I'm actually only doing it for 15 days. For the first week and a half, man, it kind of like it was like going ding 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 ding, and I don't want to be that person to where I make a lick off of something. Like I don't want it to be so uneven that I feel like I'm raping people for it. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing, I'm just cutting it short, and I'm just gonna do another one, but I'm gonna make the prize a lot more. Like I'm gonna make a bigger prize. Make it worth everybody's while, so that this fall I'm able to give back. Like I can't do it right now because I'm slammed. I don't even know when I'll be able to get back tattooing, but hopefully by this fall, these people who are about to win this in the next couple of days, they'll be getting tattoos, and they have the chance to get something that only 3 people have had the opportunity to get. So.
All right. And if you could tattoo anybody in the world, who would you want to tattoo, and what would you want to give them?
Anybody in the world, man. I tell you what, Odell Beckham is probably one of my favorites because he's like He's like a hell of an athlete, but he's one of those athletes that's getting really good tattoos.
I was gonna say you don't have to steal them from Bang Bang, right?
Nah, he don't even get tattooed by Bang Bang. He gets tattooed by Ganga in Spain.
Okay.
He used to get tattooed by Bang Bang, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. I would say him, Chris Brown. She probably Bob Tyrell. Dude. Like, yeah, like probably Bob, man. Bob is one of my favorites of all time, so he'd probably be one of the ones I definitely top 3. He just like, I mean, he gets collector pieces from a lot of people, but I would like to put something on him. I don't know what. I mean, maybe it'd have to be something that he would pick out.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Hey,
what's up, man?"
He say, "Hey, say hey." But yeah, it had to be something that he would pick out. You know, that's the hardest thing for me is to come up with something and be like, "Hey, I want to put this on you," and that shit's hard as hell. I got too many ideas. A lot of them don't make sense to put on everybody. It has to like meet you. It has to meet your personality to be real.
And one last question. I'm gonna let you go after you got kids that are busy.
They crazy.
Who you think's replacing Oliver Peck?
I don't know. To be real, I don't even know. Like, I actually don't know if they're gonna have another season.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't think they'll have another season. If they did, it would have to be. It's gonna be like a revamp season to where they're gonna try to bring it back. But to me personally, I think Chris Nunez is a good fit for them. I think Dave is a good fit for them as well. But Peyton, stop sharpening your tools. No, I think Chris is a good fit because Chris has a sense of like he's been tattooing for a minute, and he does have a good sense of like tattoo etiquette and tattoo style and stuff like that, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dave is a good host. I think Dave should be a host. I don't think Dave is somebody that should be critiquing tattoos though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would agree.
Like, I think he's a good host though. He's really, man, when I watching him while I was there, like he is on point, like with everything. You can tell he's been doing it for a minute. He's super professional with it. But with Oliver just didn't, to me, Oliver don't fit the mold of like, he's a traditional tattooer. Everything's very simple, you know? And like Ink Master is one of those things that if you're basing everything off of simple, then like nobody who does what I do is gonna win. You know, like that means you gotta dumb down your craft, you know, to like fit the criteria that they're looking for. You know, I feel like that's not fair. I feel like they need somebody they need somebody that does realism. They need somebody that's able to do color. They need somebody that's able to do black and gray. They need somebody that's able to do it all. So, I mean, and of course, I feel like if they pick somebody, it's gonna have to be somebody that's already been through the gauntlet, that's already made it to the finale or has won the finale. And I don't think it's gonna be somebody who's white. I think it's gonna be somebody Hispanic or somebody of color. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be somebody of color. And I think they need to have, like I said, take Dave and put Dave at the host, have another person. So they'll have 2 more judges come. I think there should be a girl judge. And I think the girl judge should be the biggest person in the world right now is Ryan Ashley.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. But I think that she should be the center. So I think Dave should be gone. I think he should just be the host for it. I think Ryan should be the middle. Chris on the outside, and there should be 1 more artist on the left side, somebody who does realism. Because Ryan don't do realism like that. Ryan does illustrative tattoos. Like, she's not really a realism artist.
But she gonna have time? They got Aaron Arlo got the baby coming soon, right?
Yeah, but what that
How,
mean?
how long does it? How long does it take to do the recording? Like a couple
If you
weeks?
go from the beginning to the end, it takes 2.5 months.
But it's not 2.5 months that you stay in stay
Yeah,
up, is it? Oh yeah, you up there the whole time?
yeah, the whole time.
I
Yeah, I
thought.
was there. I was there from April 28th to June 1st.
Ah, damn! I thought they just filmed it all real quick like that, and then.
Nah, one episode takes 4 days.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then in between as the so in between as the season goes on, you get less contestants. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
once you get the less contestants, you can do more. You can have like back-to-back days of tattoo competition because you don't have as many critiques that you got to do.
Mhm.
Yo, the first couple critiques we had, yo, this shit took like 4 or 5 hours. I feel like insane. No, it was like it was the longest period of standing I've done in my life.
You got to stand for the whole 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, the whole time, the whole, yeah, the whole time that you were sitting there and the lights are on you and the judges are in front of you, you're like sitting there and it's like, granted, I mean the camera's not on you at all times. Well, they're on you, but they're not focused on just you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're focused on whoever they're about to talk to. So like we're sitting there and I'm just like, yeah. And then when they finally come to you, you know, you're just ready to get it out, get it over with. And a lot of times, the longer they wait, you know, the longer you have to wait, yo, you're just so irritated. So they're gonna get that emotion out of you, and it's smart. You know what I mean? Like, bro,
Mhm.
it's like waiting in a DMV line. You know what I'm saying? Just to pay it for your registration. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It's a crazy setup, man. It's the one benefit I can say that I got from that show was I was able to understand myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they break you down to the point to where you have to like to make it to the end. You have to like follow their pattern of gameplay. If you don't, yo, they're gonna make you look like a fool.
Yeah, but you one of the. I gotta say, you and Aunt Mike's probably the most chill people I've ever seen on the show. Like other people be getting hot headed,
Yeah,
getting angry, but you and Aunt, I feel like the most chill people I've ever seen on the show, and actually
yeah.
made far in the show because I feel like most of the time if someone's relaxed like that, oh man, they're not good for TV. Like,
Nah, that's real though. Like, but you know what's crazy? I had like I didn't watch Ant. Like I didn't even watch the seasons up to that point.
uh-huh.
I stopped watching the seasons in season 2, and I kind of seen like bits and pieces of certain people's episodes up,
Hmm.
through that time span. But not like Ant. While I was there, I had a couple producers tell me that I had like a very similar Ant vibe. You know what I mean? They were like, "You and Ant are real chill. Y'all are family man. Um, you know, we don't have anything in common other than that."
Hmm.
But they seen that part of us and it kind of correlated together. But yeah, it was just one of those things. He actually gave me some good advice towards the end, like the finale, and he just told me like, yo, if you don't win, it don't matter, you already won. Because and I didn't know how to take that at first, but like the day before the finale, it kind of like registered, like not even that I'm gonna be on TV for the finale, but like I'm able to do what I want to do, and I'm able to show that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Everything in TV and reality TV is based off drama, and it's based off ratings. And if
Hmm.
everybody had that in their mind that me and Tiffer was gonna be 1 and 2, who was gonna win, but they got to stir the pot. You know what I mean? They got to make it like drama, like dun 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 dun, and they did it. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
Tiffany went home third. Yo, that shit was insane. I was like, what? And they didn't even show it, but like while we were there, like I got up out of my seat, I walked over to Tiffany, I gave him a hug, man. I told him, like, yo, I'm sorry for him because to be honest, like I feel like Tiffany's a way better artist.
Hmm.
Yeah, Tony's Tony's whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like Tony shouldn't even have been in the finale, but I thought Tim should have been in the finale. But you know what I mean? It's just it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing this interview with me.
Yeah, my man.
I'm gonna let you go. Get back to the family now.
Yeah, man. I'm over here cooking some lamb, bro. I got to smash.
Grilling.
Yeah, I'm grilling, man. I'm out here cooking, man. One thing I learned in this quarantine is how to cook some shit.
Yeah, ain't much else to do, right?
Unless you wanna get fat as hell.
That's right.
But yeah, hey, I appreciate you having me on here. Dude, if you ever want to do this again, let me know. We'll set it up, and bro, I'll make it a little bit better. I had this crazy situation popping up right here. I didn't know all these kids was gonna be here, so this is the life. This is my life right here.
Yeah, maybe we can get a few more people on here. I mean, this works.
Oh.
We can do a whole group meeting on here.
Dude, I can get Herrera on here and I can get the whole squad, you know what I mean? So yeah, you just let me know and we can link it up to where we can get the shop and just get the laptop out, have a conversation.
All right, that's what's up. We're gonna have
to do that
in the future. All right, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
All right, bro.
Everybody make sure to hit like, subscribe, and comment below what artists you want to see next on our program.
Keep your designer ain't rocking shit. Hey, you can keep your chain, keep your whips, keep your designer ain't rocking that shit. Don't pour me no lean, don't drink on that shit, cause you drink on that shit. Boy, I think I'd rather be regular, man. I think I'd rather be me. I think I'd rather be regular, man. I think I'd rather be me.